Hi guys, Kim Amon here. My students call me Farmer Kim and I'm a school garden educator. I work with about 3,000 kids a month in different school gardens across North Texas. And today we're talking seed saving, and I'm going to share with you a few of my little tricks of saving seeds and the importance of doing it in your daily life. If you're a gardener in the spring, you notice that seeds were hard to come by. We'd like to make that easier for the people of Dallas by sharing our seeds that we grow in our gardens that work well in Texas. It's really important. Seed saving's been happening for thousands of years, and we'd like to continue that and build on that and grow that this way. I am not an expert by any means. I just like to do it, and I've got some ways to that I do it, but there's other different people do it different ways. So I'm going to share with you how I do it today. I'm also going to share with you a little background on seed saving and also what you can do, how you can get involved. So let's talk seeds. According to the Center for Food Safety, throughout the past 40 years, the U.S. has led a radical shift toward commercialization, consolidation, and control of seed. Prior to the start of the industrial agriculture, there were thousands of seed companies and public breeding institutions. At present, the top 10 seed and chemical companies, with the majority stake owned in U.S. corporations, control 73% of the global market. Today, less than 2% of Americans are farmers, compared to 90% in 1810. Seed saving is crucial and the reason for crops every year. With the rise of modern agriculture practices, genetic crop diversity has declined. While seed saving may be a hobby for some, the saving and sharing of rare, heirloom, and native seeds has always been and still is an important part of our worldwide food security. In agriculture and gardening, seed saving is the practice of saving seeds from vegetables, grain, herbs, and flowers for use from year to year. This is the traditional way farms and gardens were maintained for the last 12,000 years. There's a seed bank in Norway located on an island in the remote Arctic Sea. The seed bank was established to preserve a wide variety of plant seeds held in gene banks worldwide. The seed vault is an attempt to ensure against loss of seeds during large-scale regional or global crises. Norway maintains this, but it's for the world. Today, in the seed bank, there are over 1 million varieties of seeds that are being preserved in case of emergency. When saving seeds, the best thing to do is to allow the seeds to dry on the plant before you harvest it. That's just the way that the seeds will be mature enough to hopefully establish in the next growing season. So you can see here, this is the dill plant. The brown ones are ready to roll. The yellow ones, not quite. So it might look a little scraggly in your garden, but the seeds will appreciate some more time, and then they'll be more productive if you wait till they brown. So I'll harvest the brown seeds today and let the other ones keep growing. So herbs are a really good place to collect seeds. This is parsley growing, and then there's some more cilantro. That's not quite ready. It might look a little unruly for a while, but you're saving seeds, so that's a good right one. Now the pea patch looks a little bit pathetic, but that's okay. We're letting these pea pods dry out so that we can harvest those. So I'll wait a little bit on those. And then green beans. These are, a lot of them are ready to be picked, but we're gonna let them plump up and save those for seeds too. This is a garden bed filled with Chinese long noodles, and we went out of town for a while and it kind of got ignored and it got hot. So a lot of them have dried, a lot of the seeds have dried on the vine. And so you can see this one is dried, so I'll pull these. See all these? These will be seeds for next time I want to grow these. The red ones are the ones that are still active and growing, so I wouldn't pick those aren't ready. So it's best really to leave seeds until they're brown on the plant like this. Pull them, harvest them, and then you have them for next year or whenever your next season is for planting. So here's the difference of the seeds that the beans that you would eat, and then these are the dried ones that will be easy to harvest. So what you do is you just peel off the outside cover of it, and there you have your beans, like that. Bean pod I thought was dry, but when I started to open it up, I got beans that look like this. And notice they're not the same as that. Now they might dry out and they might work, but it's really best that you get the dry, crunchy stuff to get your beans from versus this one wasn't quite crunchy. So these have a more likelihood of becoming plants next season. Okra, and it's prolific and it grows all summer long, and a lot of times it gets out of hand and you miss a couple days and it goes crazy. If it's too long, they get too hard and they're not good to eat. So you can let them dry on the plant, harvest them, split them open, and then you have jillions of seeds that come from one okra plant. So there's a bunch of seeds. So that's a real easy way to save your okra seed. And then you just save it for next year and plant it again. And you really never ever have to buy okra seeds again. They're super easy to save. So these are dill seed, and after they've dried, I just put them out on a plate to dry. See all these little things right here? There's just little bits and pieces of stems. You want to remove as much of that as you can, and we really are just collecting seeds. So try to remove that before you package them in a paper envelope. Now we're also looking at harvesting perennials and flowers that will help with our pollinators. So if you notice the beautiful flower here, when the flower dies back, it looks like this. This is actually the seed pod. So these can be collected and dried, and then those will be available to share too. We have to help our pollinators, so flowers are a really important part of growing food. Here are some bluebonnet seeds. You notice that some of them are brown, some of them are green. I'm going to wait a little bit longer for those as well. And that's really important to allow the seeds to mature and be ready for the next growing period. Flowers are beautiful and prolific if they're growing in the sun. And they are really easy to save seeds from. I'm going to show you how to do that. So I have a Tupperware container, and what I'm going to do is show you how to break the seeds off these seed heads pretty easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about 8 seed heads in the container. I'm going to pop a lid on there, and then I'm just going to shake it. Okay, and then I'll open it up. And voila, I'll just take these and discard those. And then as you see inside, you have a bunch of seeds. So that's a really easy way to do it. Now, I picked these about a week ago, let them dry for a week in an open air container. And that way these are dry and they're ready to go straight into a bag. So for saving, it's easy. So there's a reason that most seeds come in paper seed packets. The paper lets them last a little bit longer and less likely to get moldy or mildewed than like plastic. So paper is a good choice. Also, I've done things like putting them in mason jars. Paper lunch sacks are great. Today I'm going to put these seeds in a little coin envelope, label it, and date it. So again, I am not a professional seed saver at all. And I had a bunch of different heritage beans growing, and I dried them, and this is what I have now. So I think some of them are Mayflower beans, some of them are turkey craw beans. Not sure about the other ones, but I know that they're all delicious, and I'm going to plant them for my own personal use. So I'm not really worried about which bean is what. I could probably figure that out if I did a little bit of research, but I'm just calling this Heritage Beans Miscellaneous 2020 because I know I got them from Seed Savers, and I know that they're Ark of Taste seeds. So that's what you do if you're not super organized. Some people put them in the refrigerator. I don't have room in my refrigerator for seeds, so I'm careful to keep them in a cool, dry spot, and then I'll pull them out next year and replant those again. So I'll just keep getting more and more seeds and seeds. If you're good at seed saving, you rarely have to purchase any, and you can swap them. When you get really good at saving seeds and you have a whole bunch of them, please consider sharing them with us through the Dallas County Library seed saving program. Right now we have boxes available outside of Mountain Creek, Timber Glen, downtown, North Oak Cliff, and also Moss Haven Farm in the Lake Highlands area. So consider contributing to our project to help save the biodiversity in our city and give back to other people who are gardening. If you like saving seeds, you may want to join the Slow Food movement. The Ark of Taste is an international catalog of endangered heritage food, which is maintained by the global slow food movement. The Ark is designed to preserve at-risk foods that are sustainably produced, unique in taste, and part of a distinct ecoregion. The Ark of Taste aims to maintain edibles by actively encouraging their cultivation for consumption. By doing so, Slow Food hopes to promote the growing and eating of foods which are sustainable and preserve biodiversity in the human food chain. Since the foundation of the Ark in 1996, 4,866 products from over 149 countries have been included and growing daily. So check out Slow Food International, Slow Food USA, and Slow Food DFW, and that may be something that you might want to get involved in. You can find more information here. Thanks for listening in today. Good luck with your seed saving.